Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with the star of Furiosa, Chris Hemsworth. The new movie, Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga. I saw it on Friday. Oh. And speaking of your heart racing, I'm still recovering from, well, can I give away that there's actually a little bit of Fury Road in it? Like,
yeah, sure.
What can I don't want to give anything away.
Well, it's a prequel to Fury Road.
Sure.
Which part did you want to give away? Should we whisper?
The race down Fury Road, where he's got the thing of in the back. Okay,
oh,
you know?
Yeah.
And
that bit.
That part?
Yeah.
I won't talk about that. Okay. Here you are. Here you are as your character Dementus is a truly depraved guy. A great look, though.
It was a fun look.
Where did you get your inspiration?
The big one was probably the voice that got me into the headspace. And we wanted something that was abrasive and disruptive and didn't sound like myself. And
he barks a lot of orders.
He barks, but there was kind of a musicality to how it was written. But it was looking at horse racing commentary and sideshow, circus entertainer. Step right up, and come around the corner. My grandfather had a very quite a nasally spoken, hey, how you going, mate? What are you doing? Sort of voice. And it was always, and he was a lovely man, but it's quite piercing, you know?
Yeah.
And then I was at the park one day with my kids, and there's a big sign that says, don't feed the seagulls. And of course, you know, we're feeding the seagulls. And the seagulls, they're quite an obnoxious little creature, you know, and very abrasive and very angry, but not really threatening, but constantly kind of at each other. And I was talking to my wife, and I was like, there's something about that reminds me of Dementus. And so combining a few different things, and then all of a sudden we had this, hey, how you going, son of a voice, and he's, what's going on over there? And so that started to move the mechanics of the body and the nose and so on.
He's got the big cape like wings.
And he's got a big cape like wings, yeah.
Yeah. So
not that I based my entire performance on a seagull, but...
we have a clip here. What part of the movie are we in here?
This is toward the end of the film. So Furiosa, played by Anya Taylor-Joy, basically gets taken from her home, the green place at the beginning of the film, and it's the odyssey, her quest back home with myself, trying to stop her doing so, and we're warring against one another, and this is where we finally it all comes to a head.
Jim?
Remember me? You fabulous thing. You crawled out of a pitiless grave deeper than hell. Only one thing's gonna do that for you. Not hope. Hate. No shame in hate. It's one of the great forces of nature. That wasn't hope, that was instinct.
That was an incredible ending.
Yeah, it's good.
This is the fifth. This is the fifth of the various iterations of the Mad Max universe so far. As an Australian, this has got to be like a significant event for you to be part of something that is so culturally popular around the world, but straight from an Australian voice and an Australian director and Australian actors. It's like one of the original things that introduced people, certainly in the United States and around the world, to like a uniquely Australian, certainly a post-apocalyptic story, but it's an Australian story.
Yeah.
What's it mean? What does Mad Max mean to Australians?
Americans have Star Wars, the Brits have Harry Potter, and we have Mad Max. You know, it's 45 years it's been running now.
Wow.
George really created this world, and it was a dream come true. You know, I grew up watching these films. My dad used to race motorbikes and raced a lot with the stunt crew from the very first film, and my dad's in this film. Actually, he has a little part in there, and one of the writers from the film had a photograph of my dad with those guys 45 years ago. But yeah, I'd grown up watching the films. It's iconically Australian. George Miller,
What's
the director.
he like as a director? Because he does these over-the-top spectacles that really have changed filmmaking.
For sure.
Based upon the choices in his imagination that he
Yeah.
makes real with these actors in these fight and these chase scenes. What's he like on set as a director?
He's incredible. He was a doctor before he was a director.
An MD?
Yeah. So I had his very nurturing, kind way about him. Lovely, inclusive. Constantly collaborating with everybody, making sure everyone's okay, and then creates the most violent, insane, bombastic, brutal world, being the Wasteland, the Mad Max series. He also made Happy Feet and Babe, and so from the sort of eclectic mix in his movie choices, but also his personality to what he produces, is to reconcile those. It makes me chuckle,
Well, Chris, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks so much.
Lovely to meet you. Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga, is in theaters tomorrow. Chris Hemsworth, everybody. We'll be right back with inventor James Dyson.